Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the 269th episode of Twisted Strands. My name is Jeannie, but you can call me JD also. And yeah, not much done in the world of crafting for me, because a lot of my free time I'm either vegging out playing my games on my iPad, like South Park Phone Destroyer and Gardenscapes. I'm I'm sure someone's heard of those too. Uh, I yeah, that's what I do. I veg and play games because that's sometimes. Sorry about this. Oh, so sorry. Oh no. Oh well. My lack of editing is part of my charm, isn't it? Anyway. Ugh. There we go. Okay. Okay, you can open your eyes now. I've fixed it. It's fine. My project was sitting behind the iPad, which was bad planning on my part. Mm. So, anyway, yeah. Uh, job has long hours. It's 9 to 6. Thank God the commute is like 15-20 minutes, or else I'd be very cranky indeed. Uh, I'm trying to think of what I can show you, but oh, I do have a Knit Scene Winter 2019 review, and I did work on my two main things that I showed you. Ooh, sorry. I'm just gonna keep hitting the camera until you barf. I do apologize. Just go over the. Don't worry about the ceiling. It's repaired, just not repainted. But anyway, here we go. Here is the prayer shawl. Let me just grab the piece of information with the person's name on it. Oh, for heaven's sake. There we are. Oh. The Mystery of the Trinity shawl. I'm knitting it in some Plymouth Encore that someone from one of my knitting groups graciously gave me. Designed by Michael Zuravel. I hope I pronounced that correctly. But anyway, this is humming along. Oh dear, it looks like I had to stop in the middle of a row. But it's getting a little longer. Let's see. Oh, looks like less than an inch worth of progress. Sad. But anyway, that's what I'm working on. Oh, and last Sunday I received some very sad news speaking about prayer shawls. One of the many knitting groups I belong to in real life, you get to know people and you love them even though you only get to see them every once in a while in your group. And unfortunately, Nancy, who was such a sweet, funny, gentle woman, she passed away. One of my knit sisters is gone, and I'm gonna miss her like nuts. Especially when I'm sitting at church knitting for prayer shawls. Yeah, that was lousy. I went to the memorial service on Sunday, and I kind of was offended because they brought down a chair and draped one of her shawls and one of her whips on it, but it wasn't her chair. The things you think of. That's not her chair. She never sits in the blue one. But yeah, Nancy will remain forever in my heart as a friend and co-charity knitter and crocheter. Wow, she was a badass crocheter. Yeah. Anyway, it's not stuff and junk yet, so anyway. My other whip is cross stitch. I haven't done my weaving. I haven't finished any amigurumi. Like I said, mostly just not doing a lot. Just relaxing and decompressing after work. Things have improved. For some reason, I made an off-color joke about my not having conventional beauty, i.e. unattractive, and suddenly my boss and we just clicked a little bit, not a lot. I still think he's an ass, but for some reason, he understood the joke and thought it was funny, and yeah. So, who knows? I'm still sticking with it. Things are fine. I love my coworkers. The horses. And some of the other people are cool too. Yeah, let's go on to stuff and junk since I'm going off on a tangent constantly, as per usual. So I finished all the back stitching on my little cute cross stitch. And I'm still adding the beads on the Mill Hill kit. This is their new one for 2019. One of the tiny ones. You get the gist. I'm doing the steel gray kind of buttons. No, beads. Right now. And, ooh, look at my nails. My cuticles are a hot mess. And I've done some orange buttons here. All the back stitching is done. So, yeah, hopefully by the next podcast, it should be done. I've noticed a few of my mistakes as I was working on it, and I was not happy about it, but it's my project. Who's going to look at it as it hangs from my Halloween tree and say, you did this wrong, you missed a stitch? Nobody. So I'm just going to leave it be and work around my errors. I doubt I'm the last one to do that. Oh, what other asides? What other weird things? I'm trying to get into needle felting again when I hit Rhinebeck on Saturday. So if you are going to the Ravelry meetup or to the podcaster meetup, which is right after it, please look me up. I would love to see you. And don't be offended if I don't know who you are. Just tell me your name. Please. I'm clueless. I might even recognize you and I'm like, hey, you're that nice person that likes my show. So, anyway. Oof. Anyway, what else is there? Oh, I wanted to thank some of my viewers, my friends. Angie's Hip, thank you for writing me. And Jan, thanks for leaving a comment on YouTube. Always nice to hear from you. And Suzette, always a pleasure to hear from you too, Suzette. And I did get one new subscriber, so yay, subscriber. Awesome. I forgot your name, I'm sorry. Yeah, this episode brought to you by Jeannie Needs a Drink. And because I'm a teetotaler, it's going to be seltzer water. What have I been reading? I'm still trying to finish The Thrill Killer. And I picked up I bought a bunch of bought a bunch of DVDs of seasons of The Office. I also picked up you're gonna laugh. This true crime book, which is all black and white, much to my dismay. It smells a little funny too. But yeah, I picked this up, and I picked up an old issue of Just Cross Stitch, which I don't see immediately. But I did drop off more than I picked up. And that is important. Hopefully I'll be able to pick out more stuff to give away. Because seriously, the situation in the den is kind of difficult to navigate. It's crazy. Oh, I've been listening to a lot of My Favorite Murder. I've been catching up on that. I also listened to Fuck This Knit. They are funny. And they resolved their sound problems. They had some very bad sound problems where I couldn't hear one of the people at all. But they fixed it, so that's good. And yeah, that's it. Dad's doing fine. I don't know if you heard him. Cleo has been doing the I'm gonna barf because I don't like my food. But she did eat, so she's fine. Work is getting better. Been watching The Office and Superstore. Yeah. What else am I doing? Oh, Nancy Drew. If you like mystery shows, try Nancy Drew. It's pretty cool. I like it. I hope to keep watching that. And yeah, that's it. Let's get into something nitty. I got the latest issue of Knit Scene here, and it's alright. I did do a bit of counting, and as you know, I kind of notice that Black Indigenous people of color are not very well represented in the knitting world, and that sucks. And this issue, sadly, is no different. It doesn't have any Black Indigenous people of color. It doesn't have any in the designers. It's got a few different people in the models, but that's not much new now, is it? Let me see. Alright, this issue has 5 hats, 3 shawls, 10 sweaters, and 2 cows. Everything is designed for women, which is sad. I guess some of the hats you can do for any gender identity. But, yeah. But let me show you my favorites. This Downtown Cabled Hat by Emily Ringelman. That's pretty, with some lovely cables. I also like the color that is done. That is very attractive. That is a... I can't tell what kind of yarn that is. Let's see, another favorite. Okay. The Wellington Pullover by Jennifer Wood. This is lovely. I like the details, the length of the sleeves. That's pretty nice. So, that's nice. I like that. I like sweaters with the detail around the yoke. Oh, I also liked the Brisbane Beanie by Cheryl Toy. I didn't mark it, but this is lovely. It looks like it should be lace, but it really is fingering weight yarn. But the details are just lovely, so I thought that was pretty too. And then, yeah, I like the Scone Shawl by Kirsten Joel. That's really pretty too, and I like the green that she used for the sample. That's quite pretty. I think that's all I really loved. There's also an article that I have not read yet. It is about anxiety and knitting, so I'm going to delve into that. And yeah, that's it. Uh, it's got a few tutorials in it about seaming vertically. But that's it for that issue. Anyway, 15 minutes and just about done. I am going to go to Rhinebeck on Saturday. I know it's more crowded, but I like to be there at the podcaster meetup, which is at 1ish, 1ish, 2ish. I'll be there. And hopefully I can dart out before the traffic gets to be too much. Ooh, it does, though. It gets to be a lot. Excuse me. Whew. And yeah. Not a full, thick episode. That's what she said. Anyway, I will get back to you with a report on everything I saw and ate and who I met at Rhinebeck. And I hope if you see me in the crowds that you can come up and say hello. I'd appreciate it. Whenever people comment or subscribe, or what if it's on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, I appreciate it, and just want you to know that the weather is getting cooler. It's beautiful. I don't quite have a what the hey. I do have a favorite horse now. His name is Bob, and he is in a stable where I can see him most of the day. But he's so cute. He's huge, though. He's massive. And he's a Percheron. He's a great, big, white Percheron, and he's just stunning, sweet animal. So, yeah. There's my what the hey so far. I haven't started riding again yet, but I hope to. I asked about it. And that's it for right now. I hope to see you at Rhinebeck and or hear from you online. And that's it for the show for this week. I'm sure I forgot something. But anyway, don't forget, whenever you're doing crafts from the simple to the heirloom knit, you're making the world a more beautiful place. And for that, I thank you. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.